What if the most powerful drug lord in Mexico wasn't taken down by the military, wasn't betrayed by a rival cartel, but by someone sleeping beside him? For years, El Mencho survived raids, manhunts, informants, and assassination attempts. The DEA couldn't catch him. The Mexican military couldn't corner him. So how did his empire begin to crack? Some believe the answer isn't in a battlefield, it's in a bedroom. And tonight, we're diving into the theory that someone very close to him may have been the key to it all. Stay with me, because this gets deeper than you think. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El Mencho, leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Mexico. Under his command, military-grade weapons, armored vehicles, coordinated attacks on government forces, a billion-dollar trafficking network. He wasn't just violent, he was strategic. He operated in shadows, rarely seen, rarely photographed, which makes what happened next even more shocking. Cartel leaders survive on paranoia. Trust gets you killed. Inner circles are small. Communication is layered. Loyalty is tested constantly. So here's the question. If someone betrayed him, how close would they have to be? Not a soldier, not a distant associate, someone who knew his movements, his safe houses, his communication patterns, squad one, his weaknesses, and maybe even his fears. Very little is publicly confirmed about his private life, but powerful men often form tight personal alliances, sometimes romantic, sometimes strategic. In cartel structures, relationships can serve multiple purposes: emotional connection, power consolidation, financial shielding, communication channels, and history has shown in organized crime that partners sometimes become leverage points, not always by choice, sometimes through pressure, sometimes through fear, sometimes through deals made behind closed doors. And that's where the theory begins. Some analysts speculate, if authorities were ever able to track patterns, if movements became predictable, if secure locations were compromised, it would likely come from someone inside. And insiders are rarely random. They are trusted, protected, invisible. What if someone close was approached? What if immunity was offered? What if protection was promised? Or what if the betrayal wasn't intentional at all? Loose words, monitored devices, financial trails. Sometimes betrayal doesn't look like treason. Sometimes it looks like survival. Imagine living inside that world. Constant movement, armed guards, enemies everywhere, government surveillance. Now imagine being close to the most wanted man in Mexico. That pressure alone could fracture loyalty. And history shows us something important. In criminal empires, downfall rarely comes from outside force alone. It often comes from internal cracks, whispers, secrets, fear. The empire doesn't collapse overnight, it leaks first. Now let's challenge the theory. What if there was no betrayal? What if the cracks came from internal cartel rivalry, financial tracking, international intelligence cooperation, technology advancements? Sometimes conspiracy feels more powerful than reality, but the truth is often cooperation has changed the game. Encrypted messages aren't as safe as they used to be. Financial transactions leave digital footprints. Phones can be tracked, patterns can be analyzed, movements can be predicted. What if it wasn't a lover whispering secrets, but data quietly exposing everything? And yet, that still doesn't explain something. How do you penetrate a man known for extreme paranoia? A man who rotated safe houses, who rarely stayed in one place, who trusted only a microscopic circle. Data helps, but human access? That changes everything. Cartel leaders operate like presidents of underground nations. They have security chiefs, financial operators, family connections, romantic partners, longtime loyalists. And here's the uncomfortable truth. History shows that when major criminal figures fall, it's rarely a random outsider. It's usually someone inside the circle, not always intentionally. But proximity creates vulnerability. If someone close used a monitored device, traveled under surveillance, communicated with the wrong person, or made one small mistake, that mistake could ripple outward. And when you live in a world built on secrecy, One mistake is all it takes. So the theory isn't just about betrayal, it's about access. Who had it? Who knew the routines? Who understood his patterns? Who could move without raising suspicion? Power changes relationships. In high-risk criminal environments, love isn't soft, it's strategic, it's protective, sometimes it's transactional. Imagine being in a relationship where you can't post online, you can't speak freely, you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's listening. Now imagine authorities offering protection, immunity, a new identity, safety for your children. Would loyalty survive that, or would survival win? And this is where the conspiracy deepens. Some believe that emotional proximity is the ultimate vulnerability, not because someone wants to betray, but because pressure bends people, and governments understand that. Modern manhunts are psychological wars. They isolate, they pressure, they monitor, they wait. You don't just chase the target, you squeeze the circle around him, you flip associates, you pressure finances, you follow communication chains, and sometimes you don't need the king. You just need someone standing beside him.
At this very moment, as to guarantee the peace and security for the entire population throughout all of Mexico. And that is precisely what is being done. As of today, there is already a greater sense of calm, and we have a government in place, the armed forces are present, the security cabinet is active, and there is a great deal of coordination. Our deepest condolences go out to the families of the brave individuals who tragically lost their lives yesterday, and we extend our utmost recognition. The people of Mexico should feel immensely proud of our dedicated armed forces and the effective security cabinet that we currently have in place. It is important for you to know that in any case today, a command center, a national coordination effort is being maintained, where the three secretaries are present, along with their respective teams, the Ministry of Interior, all working to be in close coordination with all the governments.
Now again, there is no confirmed public evidence proving betrayal by any romantic partner, but the reason the theory spreads, because it makes sense psychologically, and in stories of power, the downfall always feel personal. Here's another twist. What if the betrayal narrative itself is a distraction? Cartel organizations are complex. Internal rivalries exist, power struggles happen, successors emerge. Sometimes rumors are planted intentionally, to weaken loyalty, to shift blame, to rewrite history. What if the story of betrayal serves someone else? A rival, an internal faction, even authorities, because controlling the narrative is power, and in criminal empires, power is everything. So let's bring this together. Was there betrayal? Was there digital tracking? Was there internal rivalry? Or is the mystery bigger than all of it? When someone that powerful faces collapse or disappearance, people need a story. And the most compelling story is always the most intimate one, the trusted partner, the quiet whisper. The door left slightly open. But sometimes, the truth is colder than that. Sometimes empires fall because the world changes around them. Technology evolves, governments collaborate, pressure builds, and even the most wanted man in Mexico can't outrun everything forever. So now I'm asking you, if someone close had access, would you call it betrayal or survival? Do you believe power protects you from everyone, or does it isolate you from reality? Drop your theory in the comments. And if you want deeper breakdowns of cartel psychology, conspiracy analysis, and hidden power dynamics, subscribe. Because the story of El Mencho and the forces surrounding him is far from simple, and it may be far from over.